G'day, I'm Schuey from Smoked Barbecue Sauce, and today I'm going to be roasting a Mediterranean styled stuffed lamb backstrap. So let's get into it. That's right, today I'm roasting Mediterranean styled stuffed lamb backstrap. Now backstraps aren't generally that big, but 2 will easily feed 4 people with this recipe. All you want to do is start off with selecting a sharp knife and you're going to make an incision from one end to the other on each backstrap, just making sure you don't cut all the way through. You just want to make a nice deep pocket to put our stuffing in. And once you've done that, we'll just push that aside and make our stuffing. This stuffing mixture is pretty simple to make, but adds a lot of flavour to the meal. And it also blends really well with this lamb flavour. All we're going to do is start off by defrosting some spinach, roughly chopping it up, and then squeezing out the excess liquid. Put that into a bowl, add some feta cheese and some crushed garlic, and mix that up really well. And now we want to transfer that into the pockets that we've created in that lamb backstrap, and then just tie them up with about 5 to 6 pieces of butcher's twine. The seasoning of the lamb is pretty important. We don't want to use anything that's going to overpower the flavour of the lamb. I tend to like to stick to a bunch of herbs and spices that I know blend really well with the lamb flavour and don't overpower it. So firstly, in a bowl, I'm going to add some rosemary, some thyme, some oregano, some granulated garlic, some kosher salt, and some lemon pepper. And I'm just going to mix that up really well. And then I'm going to transfer that to a small shaker. It just makes it a lot easier to get that onto our lamb nice and evenly. Now that we've got our seasoning made up, all that's left to do is give the lamb backstraps a light coating of oil and just a nice covering of the seasoning. Today I'll be setting up a 22-inch Weber Kettle for roasting. We want to be cooking this lamb backstrap at around that 400 Fahrenheit degree mark. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to light a charcoal chimney full of briquettes. Once that's all ashed over, I'm going to transfer that into 2 charcoal baskets in the Weber. And I'm going to push those baskets to either end of the cooking grate, put the grill back on, put the lid on, make sure all the vents are open, and give that about 10 minutes to warm up. Okay, so the Weber's been warming up for about 10 minutes now. It's nice and hot. So this is a good time to give the grill a bit of a brush down and get rid of any loose debris from our last cook. And then we can just give it a nice light spray of oil. And then we just want to put the lamb backstraps on the cooking grate in between the 2 charcoal baskets and pop the lid back on. Okay, while the lamb's on, I'm going to make a roasted zucchini salad to go with it. Okay, so let's prep it. First off, let's start with zucchinis just diced up, about a ½ inch. Bell peppers, de-seeded, sliced up, about ½ inch thick. Red peppers, same deal, ½ inch thick. Some cherry tomatoes. We just want to drizzle all this with some olive oil, some smoked paprika, some dried mint, some kosher salt, and some freshly ground black pepper. And just give that a toss up. Once the lamb comes out and goes for a rest, this will be going in there. Beautiful. Okay, I've been keeping a track of the internal temp of these lamb backstraps with my thermopen, and they've finally reached the temp of 135, which I wanted. Now I just want to give them a quick sear over the direct charcoal, then they're going to come off, go on a chopping board, get covered with some foil for about 30-minute rest. So it's time to get the veggies on. These are going to take about 30 minutes to roast. So all we want to do is put them on the cooking grate in between the two charcoal baskets, and halfway through the cook, just give them a bit of a toss up. While the veggies are cooking away, we've got time to mix up a nice, quick, fresh vinaigrette. It's really just as simple as some chopped shallots, some red wine vinegar, some Dijon mustard, a little bit of honey, some garlic, and you just want to mix this up. Just give it a nice mix. Now we want to start just slowly adding some oil and keep whisking. Salt, pepper, yum. Put that aside, that'll go on the top. So our lamb has rested for 30 minutes now and it's ready to carve up. The roasted veggies have just come off the barbecue. So to plate up, I normally put down a generous helping of these roasted vegetables, and then with the lamb, I just remember to cut that string off, and I want to slice it up into about 3/4 of an inch thick pieces, lay some of them over the top, and don't forget that yummy vinaigrette. Drizzle some of that over the top. Just remembering this vinaigrette, a little does go a long way. Well, there you have it. Stuffed lamb backstrap with a zucchini roasted salad and a super fresh vinaigrette. It can't get any easier than that, and it's super tasty. As you saw, it doesn't take long, a little bit of prep time. That lamb is perfect. Cheers for watching. And if you want any of the recipes, have a look in the description, or you can go to smokedbarbecuesauce.com. Cheers, everyone. G'day, I'm Schuey. A Mediterranean. Let's sneeze now. Yeah, that was right. How I'll do that is, don't know, Weber Kettle to finally reach the temp of 135. The lamb has rested for